Hey everybody, what up? Scuffy here, and a little short vid, a little short announcement stuff going on. Happy Monday, happy Modern Monday, happy Modern Monday. My scalpel salutes you, good sirs. On this day of days, I'm playing around, testing some stuff with Modern. Did Tarvitz, doing Modern, just kind of doing a roundabout of the new fun trinity here. I really expect to see these guys phase into what we're seeing eventually, but not quite on some. I think some people just got to let loose the hold of what they're playing right now, but we'll get there. We'll get there in time. All right, so what I want to talk about actually is some stuff going on in the community. First off, I touched on it briefly. We got some nice little UI enhancements here with the visuals, and then the card lists. You know, the changing the deck, as it were, gives you a little bit bigger profiles. That's been changed. There's definitely still some bugs out there. People are still having issues with replay. They're having issues with some units like Tynok Terror Squad. Their ability isn't happening. Some rage, so hopefully those things will get fixed and adjusted. In the meantime, the Horus Heresy community is still going on. We got events going on. One thing that is not on the game itself, but it's actually on the Horus Heresy Legion's website, which, self-confession, I rarely go to because I frequent the Discord more than I frequent the website. But the website has been updated to include some information. There is now an event calendar on the website, which is really good because not only does the event calendar give dates for when these events here, like the last Bastion, when this event is going to wrap up, but it also has got dates for community tournament events. So there is weekly tournaments, which I've mentioned before in the past, that take place on the weekend. Those are listed on the calendar, so you can know when those take place. You can know when the second founding tournament takes place as well. And if you're not familiar with the second founding tournament, again, it's limited in attendance to those players who have less than, I believe, less than 1,600 or 1,200 legendary points. I could be wrong on the value of that. So we see where my legendary points are. I can't do the second founding. I'm not a second founder, I'm a first founder. That's how I look at it. But to be fair, I'm also just not super heavy into tournament play. I like Lodge Wars, but I just don't have the time to play weekly tournaments. But if you want to play weekly tournaments, they have those. And they have fabulous prizes to go with it, as well as prestige for new players and old players alike. And each week, sometimes there's different variations in terms of what's allowed, what's not allowed. So if you're not on Discord, get on Discord and check it out to find out and sign up for it. But also, if you are on the website and if you have the access to the internet, you should be able to check out the Horus Heresy Legion's website, look at their event calendar. From the sounds of it, they're looking to make more frequent use of that, and I think that's a very positive thing. So that's good. Second off, is that second? I might be third. I might be third down in my announcements now at this point. I've got the update. I've got the word. I should be getting spoilers to continue my spoilering once Calth is prepared to launch. So stay tuned for that. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know who's getting what. I don't know what Legion's coming out first, but I've been in touch with Everguild, and they responded back, and I'm on the list for spoiler action. So I'm excited about that, as always. Fourth, at this point, I am going to be doing a monthly deck design contest. So this was originally done by LCFR. He was doing that for a few months, and he's moved on, transitioned to other projects. So I'm taking the reins on that one, and we're starting with September. It's kind of late in the month. I know I'm starting late. We're going to get rolling more frequently and more early on in October, but it starts in September. So what is the deck design contest? Each month there's a theme. Let's go with that. I'll put the rules here off to the side. You can take a look and peruse them at your leisure. Each month has a theme, and let's just go into a deck here. The deck you want to match the theme as best as possible, right? This month for September, the theme is Istvan 3. What is Istvan 3 to you? The Warlord, the cards that are in it, the theme of the deck, who participated in Istvan 3, where were they, what were they doing, what cards make sense in that regard. Is it just cards from the Istvan 3 expansion? Are there other cards that kind of tie into it from the later expansions? How do you see your Istvan 3 deck looking? Tell a story with it. And then with regards to that, the deck does not have to be playable. The deck does not have to be playable. It doesn't even have to be 30 cards. If you've got your tight 20 cards and you feel like that's all that you need to tell the story, that's working. Send that list. I've got a couple submissions which are just like 5 to 8 cards, but they're very simplistic. They're very, this is the story. This is what we're trying to say. And then to kind of go with that, make sure you name your deck. Rename your deck to kind of highlight. And you can do that by just tapping on this little where the Warlord's name is, and the option to type in your own name. If you haven't done that before, I hope I didn't blow your mind, but you can do that. You can rename your deck and make it thematic, make it tied to what the story is that your deck is telling. And what I'll do is I'll take the winners, the top 3 winners of the contest each month will receive prizes. So first prize will get a epic of their choice. Second and third places will get a rare of their choice. There's no gold online, there's no Primarchs. It's a simple contest. It's a contest for all levels of play to enter. But if you're looking to pick up an epic Warlord that you don't already have, or Goldstone or a Vorax, there's so many epic cards that you just might not have, but you want to have. I'm just tapping orange border cards here at this point. You might say, I don't need Caleb Decima. You're wrong. You do need Caleb Decima. You do need him. You don't even know. You don't even know. It's to quote my friend Big Mike, circa 2002. Dude, you don't even know. You don't even know about Caleb Decima. So, but that's first prize. First prize, boom, Vorax. Check it, Laz Taul. Or Lucretia. Proctor, Tactus Proctor. Second, third place, a rare of your choice. Fill out your collection. Pick up a rare that you don't have or a rare that you want 2 copies of. All you have to do is submit a deck list that matches the theme of the month. September's theme, Istvan 3. The rules are highlighted there. So how do you submit it is kind of important. I'm posting up on Reddit, but I'm also posting up on Discord. Please PM me your deck list, and then PM me a screenshot of your player profile. I'm looking for this information right here, so that way I know what your in-game name is, and it kind of goes hand in hand. So that way I don't forget who submitted what, because I keep those pictures together, and then also I can get proper credit. And at the end of the month, each month I'll do a video highlighting the winners, showing off their decks, and then maybe if it's possible, give one of them a go just for shits and grins. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This is my first month doing this. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. It's one way to engage the community. So it's good and it's fun. There's lots of other community contests that take place regularly. This will be a monthly contest, so you can look forward to me announcing the theme each month, as well as reviewing the finalists, as it were, each month as well. In addition to engaging the community, I've also got my 6th player poll taking place. For those of you who've tuned in the past, or if you want to check out my playlist, you can see that there's a player votes playlist, and occasionally I like to pick a topic and get people's opinions as far as like what just by player vote alone, what are the top X, what's the top 5 or the top 3 of this certain category. Well, this month's, I can't even say this month because sometimes I don't do them monthly, but this poll specifically I think is going to be a very big opinionated poll, so long as people put their opinions to work. I'm looking for, what are your top 3 extermination cards that were released in the extermination set. So just to highlight, the extermination set is Iron Warriors, Alpha Legion, Night Lords, and any neutral card that has the extermination icon, which I don't know if Fail has the extermination icon. I can't tell in the sunlight. Let's see here. I think so. I can't tell that watermark. Let me show you what the watermark looks like. It's extreme close-up of my nose there. God damn. Extermination is this icon right here. If it's got the watermark of that icon in the background of the text of the card, and you don't have to go that way. There's actually another way to view it. Let's just go into collection here. And I think if you view it like this, you can see the text as well as the watermark. Nope, no watermarks, just the text, huh? Okay, well, then you gotta do the old-fashioned and get the watermark that way, and it's behind the text. And then that way you can tell, okay, it's a neutral card in the Extermination Crypt. I gotta tell you, there's a lot of them. First off, you got the Legion cards, which are, I mean, depending on what you like to play, what your preference is, there's a lot there, right? But then, let's go into just grazing through some highlights that for me, there's like, these are just so good. Mount Pharos. Ooh, that's a really powerful, useful one. What else do we see out of here? The Mechanicum, not Vorax necessarily, not Skitarii Protector. I think Chaos might have had the one that I was thinking of. Ekratrez came out of that. Void Engagement. Just some really utility clutch cards. Beast of Fyra. There's a lot. So if you want to vote, you can do one of two things. If you haven't already voted on Discord, and you're on Discord, you can PM me with your top 3. Make sure you rank them 1, 2, and 3 so I know what the ranks are for them. Let me know. PM me at ScuffD. If you're not on Discord, you don't have a way to get on Discord, and you really or you're just too lazy and you're on the YouTube right now and you just want to chime in, leave a comment with your 1, 2s, and 3s on the extermination votes, and we'll go from there. And then again, I'm going to collect the data here. September 22nd, midnight is when I'm going to end that. So you've got all week to get your votes in, to get tallied up, and then I'll do another little player vote highlighting that. So I'm hoping to get as many votes as possible because this one's going to be a big one. And I think some people will be a little upset, but if the majority of people vote, that's what they're voting for. Let's see what happens. Let's see what people think. Warlords are in the mix. You can vote for a warlord if you want. You can vote for a troop. It doesn't matter. It just has to be in the extermination set. So we've got all of that going on. We've got some play testing going on with Modrum. I'm hoping to have something later on. Maybe do a deck list with him. We'll see how comfortable I get with him. If not, we can go back and revisit Tarvitz. I haven't done a Tarvitz deck forever. I mean, I've done it. I've played it, but I haven't done a deck list actually ever. So it might be good to do a revised Tarvitz. But then Fulgrim technically received a change too. There's a lot going on in my head. So I'm going to cut it because it's lunchtime. My stomach's rumbling, and I'm sitting in the Hardee's parking lot. And they're probably thinking, is this guy going to come in here and get some food or what? And I think what is the answer. So that's it for me right now, guys. Tune in, check out the community on Discord. If you're not on Reddit, there's a community on Reddit as well where we post up links. People have questions, deck lists. It's a good place to go for just some casual updates and seeing what's taking place as well. There's no wrong way to partake in the community, really, except negatively, I guess. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Don't be this guy. Don't be this guy. Don't be an idlin. Don't be an idlin. Dick. I hate that guy. When Erebus comes into the game, I will have somebody new to hate, like severely. And I know I won't be alone in that. But for now, idling gets my wrath, my full untilted wrath. Alright guys, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Look forward to hearing from your votes. Look forward to getting your deck list submissions each and every month. that we're going to be doing this. So I'm excited, getting things involved here, and yeah, that's it. So keep playing Legions.
And now it's time for Chewbacca Believe It. He's got the good stuff. Starting off with Chewbacca in my opening hand. Yeah, that always makes me happy. But I've got to be honest with you. Chewbacca against an Alfarius player, whether it's a bot or not, is always a dangerous possibility. Because you build up that hand with a bunch of cards, and then you just leave yourself vulnerable to the harrowing. And thankfully, the cards I've got in my hand, in conjunction with that card that I just got there, Ghost Legionary, they're relatively cheap and affordable, and I can still afford to use Six's ability to pump things up. I'm going to go ahead. Potentially I could have used that, his ability to pump up Chewbacca and keep him around longer, but I want him disposable at some point in time. Too much, too little. Not a good idea with Chewbacca. But if I get my cards at a point where I like what I see, I'm going to keep it. And then things just get crazier because the bot, for whatever reason, just doesn't want to go after that pesky Chewbacca because it's put a secret order on it. So he's going to continue to eat his own medicine from a saboteur squad. Which, okay, that's a good decision there, bot. You're why? Just gonna let Six do what Six does. Maybe. Better believe it. And then things here just get crazier. And I'm actually kind of glad I didn't throw out any more stealth at that point. Was tempted with that Shadow Walk, but you gotta get rid of those Joker Company, and the bot I think runs 2, if I remember correctly. It would not surprise me. Just eating it, just eating his own medicine. At this point, the only thing that he can do is copy his own cards, copy my cards, and I'll pay more cost to play his own card against him to shut him out. It's beginning to get a little ridiculous, so at this point I decide that I might want to consider dumping that Chewbacca pretty quickly. And I want to open up into some more powerful cards that I've got in my hand, now that my hand's reaching critical capacity. But, let's go ahead and end it. Chewbacca, believe it.
Alright, that wraps it up for me. If you liked what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe, add any comments below, and if you think the video might be useful or the series might be useful, feel free to share that with other players that you know as well. And we'll talk to you later.